Have you ever been in the same class with someone and felt something special, but never said it out loud? Welcome to Speak Better Daily, where stories become conversations.
In today's episode, we're talking about a beautiful love story. Two classmates who liked each other but didn't show it at first.
And through this story, you will improve your English speaking and listening with real, simple conversations.
You'll learn useful phrases, natural expressions, and how real people talk in everyday situations.
So if you want to speak English confidently, make sure you subscribe and practice with us every day.
And remember, this is not just a story. It's a real conversation between two people, just like you.
You know, I've been meaning to say this for a while now. You always choose the same seat in class, right by the window. At first, I thought it was just coincidence, but then I realized you never change it. And I don't know why, but every time I walk into the room, I find myself looking there first. It's like I expect to see you, and when you're already sitting there, calm and focused, it somehow makes the whole place feel different. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you're not as unnoticeable as you think.
That's interesting, because from my side, it felt completely different. I thought you never paid attention. I mean, yes, I sit there every day, but not just because I like the window. I like watching people, understanding them without speaking. And you are always confident, always talking to others, always moving like you belong everywhere. So I assumed someone like you wouldn't even notice someone like me, sitting quietly in the same place every day. But maybe I was wrong?
No, you weren't wrong about everything. I do move around, I do talk a lot, and yeah, I'm confident. But that doesn't mean I don't notice the quiet moments. In fact, I pay more attention to them. You weren't loud, you weren't trying to get attention. And that's exactly what made me curious. I kept asking myself, who is she? Why does she seem so calm while everyone else is trying so hard? And honestly, I didn't come talk to you immediately because I didn't want it to be random. I wanted it to mean something.
So you're saying this moment right now was planned? That you've been watching, thinking, waiting all this time just to start a conversation like this? That's kind of surprising, because I thought if you ever came to talk to me, it would be something simple, like asking about homework or class. But instead, you're telling me you've been noticing me in ways I didn't expect. It makes me wonder, how much more have you seen that I didn't realize?
Let's just say, more than enough to know that this conversation was worth starting. And maybe, this is just the beginning of something we both didn't say out loud before.
Maybe. Or maybe this is the moment where everything we kept quiet about finally starts to show, little by little.
You know, after that first conversation we had, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Not in a dramatic way, just, it stayed in my mind longer than I expected. The way you speak, the way you choose your words carefully. It's different from most people I talk to. Usually, conversations come and go. But with you, it felt like there was more beneath the surface. So today, I didn't just come here by chance again. I actually wanted to continue where we left off. Because I feel like we didn't finish that moment. We just paused it.
I had a feeling you might come back and say something like this. After you walked away that day, I kept replaying the conversation in my head too. Not because it was confusing, but because it was genuine, and that's rare. I'm used to people talking just to fill silence. But with you, it didn't feel empty. Still, I didn't expect you to come back this directly. Most people would just let it go and move on. But you didn't, so now I'm thinking, maybe this isn't just curiosity for you.
You're right. It's not just curiosity. I've talked to a lot of people, and I can usually tell when something is temporary and when it's worth paying attention to. With you, it feels like something I don't want to rush or ignore. I'm not here to impress you or say perfect things. I'm just being honest. I want to know you more, not just the quiet girl by the window, but the person behind that calm. And I feel like if I walked away without trying, I'd regret it.
That kind of honesty, it's hard to ignore. And I won't pretend like I'm not paying attention, because I am. I've seen how you talk to others, how confident you are, how easily you connect with people. But with me, it feels slower, more intentional. And maybe that's why I'm still here, still listening, still responding. I don't usually open up quickly. And I'm not saying everything I feel right now, but I will say this. I'm not walking away from this conversation either. Maybe I want to see where this goes to. It's strange how something so simple turned into something I keep thinking about every day. I still sit by the window, still watch everything like I used to, but now it feels different. Before, it was just quiet and normal. Now I find myself waiting without even admitting it, waiting to see if you'll walk in, if you'll look my way, if we'll talk again. And I keep asking myself why, because I'm not someone who gets distracted easily. I don't let people into my space like that. But somehow, without trying, you've become part of my routine. And I haven't even decided if that's a good thing or something I should be careful about.
You don't have to overthink it that much. Sometimes things are simple, even if they feel new. I've noticed it too, you know. The way you look at me now isn't the same as before. It's not just observing anymore. It's like you're trying to understand something, maybe even yourself. And honestly, I respect that. I'm not here to rush you or force anything, but I'm also not going to pretend this is nothing, because it's not. I don't spend my time like this unless it matters. And right now, this matters to me.
That's exactly what makes this difficult. You say things so directly like you're already sure about what you feel. And I'm here trying to stay in control, trying not to show too much, trying to keep things the way they were before you walked into my space. But it's not working the same anymore. Because every time we talk, something shifts a little. And I don't say it out loud, but I feel it. I just don't know if I'm ready to let you see all of that yet. Even if part of me wants to.
Think we've reached that point where pretending this is just a normal conversation doesn't make sense anymore. From the first day I talked to you, I knew this wasn't going to stay simple. And now, after all these moments, all these conversations, it's clear. I don't like confusion, and I don't like leaving things unsaid when they actually matter. So I'm going to be direct with you, just like I've been from the beginning. I like you, Olivia, not in a casual way, not just because you're different, but because every time I'm around you, it feels real. And I'm not here to guess what you feel forever. I need to know if this is something we're both standing in, or if I'm the only one moving forward.
You always do that. You say things so clearly, like there's no space to hide behind silence. And maybe that's what makes this so hard for me. Because I'm not used to expressing things this openly, I feel more than I say. And sometimes I choose not to say anything at all. But that doesn't mean there's nothing there. If I didn't feel something, I wouldn't still be here. I wouldn't keep talking to you. I wouldn't let you get this close to me. It's just, I've been trying to understand my own feelings before turning them into words. And maybe I took too long to do that.
I'm not asking for perfect words, Olivia. I'm just asking for honesty. I've seen enough to know this isn't one-sided. The way you look at me, the way you stay even when you could walk away, it says more than words sometimes. But I don't want to build something based only on guessing. I want to hear it from you, even if it's simple, even if it's not perfect. Because if we're doing this, then we do it together, not halfway.
Then listen carefully. Because I don't repeat things like this often. I do feel something for you. I felt it growing quietly from the beginning, even when I tried to ignore it. I just didn't want to rush it or lose control of something that felt important. But now, I realize it's not about control anymore. It's about being honest. And the truth is, I didn't walk away because I didn't want to. I stayed because I wanted you to. And maybe now, we don't have to hide behind silence anymore. It feels different now. Everything does, and the same classroom, the same window, the same people. But it's not the same anymore. Before, I used to sit there just observing life, keeping my thoughts to myself, feeling safe in my own quiet world. But now, when I look around, I don't just see everything. I feel it, and a big part of that is because of you. You changed something without forcing it, without rushing me. You stayed patient, confident, and real. And somehow, that made me trust what I was feeling. I don't say this often, but I'm glad I didn't walk away from you when I had the chance. Because this, what we have now, feels like something I was meant to find.
And I'm glad you didn't walk away either. Because from the beginning, I knew this wasn't something ordinary. I've met a lot of people, had a lot of conversations, but nothing stayed like this. With you, it was never about passing time. It was about building something real, step by step. I respected your silence, your pace, your way of understanding things. Because I knew when you finally spoke, it would be honest. And now that we're here, standing in something we both chose, I don't see this as just a moment. I see it as a future. Something we continue, something we protect, something we grow together.
Then let me say this clearly. Not just in feelings, but in words this time. I choose you. Not just for now, not just because of how things feel today, but because of how we've built this from the beginning. Slowly, honestly, without pretending. And if we've come this far by just being real with each other, then I believe we can go even further. I don't want this to be just a memory of school or something we look back on and wonder about. I want it to be our story, something that continues beyond this place, beyond this moment, into a life we create together.
Then let's not stop here. Let's take everything we've built, everything we've understood about each other, and turn it into something permanent. Not just words, not just feelings, but a real commitment. Because I don't want to imagine a future without you in it anymore. I want us to keep choosing each other every day in every step forward. So this isn't just where our story ends. This is where it truly begins. From a classroom, to a connection, to something strong enough to last a lifetime. And from this moment on, it's not just you or me anymore. It's us,